What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. I'm Osiris. Hopefully y'all are having a good night so far. I know that this is a little bit different than what we normally do. What is up, Jinly Bean? What's up, Stash? How you doing? What's up, Cartoon and Frisco Melt? Delphin, I see you. This is a little bit different today. We're going to be doing some testing rather than actual, it'll still be builds, but we're going to be comparing switches. I've just got films in today, so I'm still actually filming switches right now. So basically what I've got quite a few boards in front of me. I've got switches. Half will be filmed, half will be unfilmed. And all will be lubed. I'm just going to assume that everyone's going to lube their switches. So I lubed switches. Lilacs are lubed with 3203. Obviously, you can replace that with 3204 if you want a little bit less tactility out of them. And then Mauves are lubed with 205 grade 0. So, and I have 4 boards sitting in front of me. 2 will be dual purpose, and then 2 will be kind of just there because I don't have hot swap abilities with those. So let's take you over to look at what I'm doing. So as I said, I'm still filming switches currently. So I have the Sirius will be used solely for the linear testing. So this has creams in it, the Mauve creams. So same thing as a standard cream, it just has a slightly lighter spring, 63.5 versus the standard, which I believe is a 67 or 72. I can't remember off the top of my head. We have the Baka, which is right here. That is actually Chewy's Baka. That is the #1 Baka. That will be used for the Zyko as well as the Lilac testing. This is my standard antique copper TX60. That will be used to showcase Lilacs versus T1s. And then right here, this is my OSA. This will be for Lilacs versus Zelio V2s. So, Dutchmaster W, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, appreciate it. So this will be a lot of testing. And as you can see, I'm still getting these tiny little films on these switches, which was significantly easier before I went live, of course. Yeah, it's some pretty nice boards. I thought this looked aesthetically pleasing. We've got 9s, waves, lime, and minimal all together. And we'll actually, on the actual board, the testing board, I'll be using olive. So, which I've gone ahead and made sure that I have the perfect amount, the perfect switches. This is all I need. I'm in like 30 FPS right now. Unlucky. The Lilac switches do look really good. That they do. How is everyone's Tuesday going? I almost said Wednesday. How's everyone's Tuesday going? Do I know of anywhere other than KBD Fans that sells cheap plates? Why are you not wanting KBD Fans? Are you not wanting KBD Fans because you don't want something from you don't want something from China? Because everything else I know that also has cheap plates is pretty much from China. Oh, the stem got stuck in there. Exclamation point OW. I don't have a command for Overwatch. What's my take on the Mito laser switches? I have not tried them personally, but I'm going to assume that they're pretty much just a gator on yellow. So, good enough, you know? Good enough. Yeah, a recolored gator on linear. So, they're not anything insane, but they're good. Lube them up. Use some 205 grade 0. And then you're good. Alright, so this side is going to be filmed. This is 32 films, 32 unfilmed. I have 5 unlubed. This is like... I feel like this is the most effort I have put... effort and time that I've put into making something like this happen. I'm very excited to see how all these stack up against each other. Everyone always says that you have to film the Duroc offerings because they need it. Feels a little bit weird without them. Tightens up the tolerances a little bit, so I'm excited to see if that is actually the case. The plan of attack here. So, we have 4 boards in front of me. There's a hair right there. Unlucky. So we have... Yeah, we're flexing right now, though. Subtle flex, huh? So we have... Give me 1 second. Oh, that already had a film on it. Unlucky. All right. All right. So the plan of attack. So we have a Sirius with creams in it, olive creams. So a cream switch, but a little bit lighter, just a teensy bit lighter. We have Hot Swap PCB with an additional Sirius plate, which will have the Mauve linears in it. So that will be the first build. Then the second build, I have a Baka 60 with Zycos in it. So we'll mess around with that for a little bit and then we'll see how that feels. And then I have a additional plate, which we will then take the switches out and use this again for the Lilacs. Half being filmed, half being unfilmed. And then we will compare that versus Zelio V1s, which this is a 67 gram Zelio V1s, and this is actually 78 gram Zelio V2s. So we kind of compare those, compare the bump, compare overall tactility, compare really everything, and see the differences in sound, the differences in feel. So yeah, should be interesting. I am excited. I'm excited to see the difference that Switch films will make. I am finishing up filming the Mauves right now because I just got the films in today, actually. Chewy actually drove to my work to deliver them to me. So shout outs to Chewy. Yeah, dude, some good old fashioned real world testing. Yeah, I wanted to do this. And initially I was gonna build, I have a second OSA plate that I was gonna build with the, oops, that's gonna mess up. I have a second OSA plate that I was gonna build with the Mauves, but I decided, why not use this opportunity to try out these switches with and without films, and try them in a whole bunch of different boards and see kind of how it feels. So I don't know how long this will take, but it should be a lot of fun. I appreciate y'all coming by for this craziness. My desk is not made of marble. My desk is, it's a marble veneer, but it's from IKEA. I wish it was marble. Yeah, I have, I want to have a linear build for the OSA as well. The nice thing about doing all this is that in getting prepared for today, I now have like a solid majority of my switches are now lubed. So at least the ones I plan on using in the near future. So I still have like 280 Holy Pandas that are just sitting in a box, but, and some T1s that are unlubed, but those can wait another day. Lubing wasn't too bad. What's up, Sleek Keyboards? Switch chemistry, yeah, dude. Lots of switch chemistry. Sleek keyboards. I don't know how to blend the S. Sleek. I'm just gonna call you Sleek. What? How was your Tuesday? You should try tightening the legs by hand on the non-filmed. What do you mean by that? 10 strong? 6 switch bowls. Yeah, so these actually, I don't know what these are for, but they're like just little bowls that I've had. I got them from like a dish set from my grandma. So shout outs to Grandma Nacy. She's coming in clutch. But I've got like 8 of them. They're really good for holding switches. Like when I lube switches, I'll take them apart and put each section in a different bowl. Double check that non-foam limbs have their top housing legs pushed in enough. It's firmly gripping. Sometimes it can't. It's tightening the legs. Thank you, Jabri. Yeah, I don't know if I like it. So I got the icon mod set for the black on white, white on black icon mods. Chewy and I split it, and I didn't even think about the fact that I would need this bottom row. Like, I didn't even think about that. Chewy took the white, the black on white, so I have the white on black. So I might buy like GMK white on black. You're not feeling that inter icon with all text mods? I feel you. What are my thoughts on the Alice? The Alice is a great board. If you have the opportunity to purchase one at a reasonable price, I would suggest it. Yeah, it's on pre-order right now, but I don't know if I want to spend $200 just for these, you know? Because I also have I have Metaverse 2 coming. And so realistically, I'll be able to, like, because this has a 6.25 bottom row, and I like using 7 now, and I don't really plan on switching the TX60 because that keyboard uses Jingon, which sucks. So I could just use the I could just swap that. What up, shirt cut? It's like shortcut, but with a U. Upside down spacebar check. All the spacebars are upside down. Every single one of them. Even on the OSA. I'm sorry that you'll have to sit here and watch me put these films on. I tried to finish it earlier, but I just had so much I had to get done. I had to basically tear out the set for Friday for our Mech Madness live show, as far as like all my cameras and lights and stuff to get this all set up. And I should have done that last night, but I decided that I wanted to play Overwatch, so I did that. So, also I saw UPOS earlier. How you doing, my dude? But yeah, if you're not familiar with that, if you're not familiar with Mechs on Deck, welcome. If it's your first time here, we appreciate you coming by. It's not just myself. I do have a partner in crime. His name is Chewy. He obviously doesn't live with me. We live separately, but we are close to each other. And tomorrow night, we will be live with our good buddy and great personality, Langlandia, talking a little bit about different things in the community. Possibly some leaks on some new things going on. Who knows? Also, yes, waves. I do love waves. I was bummed that it lost to Kuroshiro in the first round of Mech Madness. But you know what? To each their own. I get it. If you are not aware, we do have a stream on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, where myself and Chewy will be together going through all of the results, all of the matchups for Mech Madness, which is a lot of fun. So definitely come hang out with us on Friday night. You won't. What's up, Dixie? How you doing? There has been some insane matchups this week. Things are getting close. Dot's hype is real. Dots is winning like everything. Which is really surprising that it's winning all the desk mat stuff. Not that the desk mats that it's going against were like 100% better, but I expected more out of other sets. We are almost done filming and then we can start I Am Sorry, Familia. I will run through the game plan. I guess now's a good time. Check out our sponsors. First up, we got switchmod.net. If you need some lube, say you're buying some Lilacs or maybe some Mauves, you need some 205 grade 0, you need some 3204, some 3203, check out switchmod.net/mechsondeck. Gets you 4% off the lube that you need to make your keyboard great. Next up, Dixie Mech. You can head on over to mechsondeck.dixiemech.com, pick up GMK Botanical running all month long. Beautiful set. I am very hyped for that. So definitely check that out. If you use that affiliate link, it does help us out. And then next up, you got Zap Cables, making some of the best cables in the business. Check them out. They just put some olive cables up this past yesterday, actually. So check those out. Get yourself a coiled olive cable. They do look mighty beautiful. And then next up, we've got Project Keyboard. If you do want some Lilacs or Mauves, check out Project Keyboard at mechsondeck.project.link. They are currently out of stock, but I believe they do plan on getting them restocked. You can purchase them there, as well as our next sponsor, which is canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. Also, don't forget to check out GMK Ashes, which is live on Project Keyboard right now. Canon Keys is also running GMK Honey and Cat Atlantis. Cat Atlantis did hit MOQ yesterday, so that's very exciting. So if you're looking for a set and you want to know for sure that it's going to happen, and you want a cat set, pick up Cat Atlantis. And then last but not least, Type Beast. Check out typebeast.com. Sign up for their newsletter, or typebia.st. Not typebeast.com. But check it out. Check out their newsletter. Get signed up for it. Sending out info of what's running, who's doing what, what's happening when. Definitely worth to check that out. Just need a couple more films. I really hope that I like these films because I just bought 500. I was unable to get TX films, so these were from another company from California. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I bought 500. It's one of those things I bought enough where I was just like, I don't have to worry about this again for a while. It's kind of like when the Holy Pandas first came out on drop, I was like, yep, just gonna buy a bunch so I don't have to worry about it again. I've used a whole 0 of them. But I have them in case I need them, which is important to me, and probably only me. Dun, 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 dun. What is everyone excited about right now in the community? You have 90 just in case, Holy Pandas. Nice. The just in case holy pandas that I have came in clutch for Chewy's build last week. The pandas that were purchased, they didn't realize they weren't in stock on drop and that it was a pre-order. So I helped out, came in the clutch there. Fiel round 5, yes, that is running this week. And then Klippa is running not too long after that. So if you're looking to get a fantastic board, definitely check those out. What is up, Racing Giraffe? Long time no see. How you doing, my dude? Or dudette, I don't discriminate. I shouldn't assume your gender. Nice, man. You think your honey board sounds better than the Fiel? You know what? It might. Or woman. Dude or dudette or woman. Oh man. Is everyone having a crazy week? I'm having a crazy week right now. Chewy met me. He knows I'm a guy. Nice. Oh, that's right. You're a guy. I know. I knew that. You live here in the Dallas area. Sorry, I'm not trying to dox you, but yeah. Literally won a giveaway. The feel of the Fiel. I feel like the Fiel is one of the most versatile boards, especially with the WT60. Because you can take out those posts, you can get a non-brass plate, you can get something that has a little bit more flex, get like a polycarb or a palm or an FR4 plate, get a little bit of flex in there. You can do a lot with it. Whereas a lot of other 60s are just kind of stuck. Dude, Delphin, I feel you, my dude.
Tactiles linears.
I feel you. Oh, right. We got one more. The last one. You can barely see these. I thought these were going to be thicker. I don't know if the TX ones are thicker than this, but this is like thin. You lost so many films because you kept knocking them off your desk. Also, talking about Dallas, dude, Dallas is great. Definitely best area in Texas, in my opinion, as far as like overall living. If you want to do like nightlife stuff, there's other places that are better, like Austin. We're done, chat. We're done. Like Austin's better for nightlife, but good gosh, is Dallas awesome for just like living? You can live in a suburb area, be like 30 minutes away from downtown, 15, 20 minutes away from downtown. So many, it's like such an eclectic area as well. There's so many different cultures. If you want Indian food, you can get it. If you want Korean food, Thai, Vietnamese, any kind of food, you can get it. Definitely a cool area. Definitely a cool area. Losing your MK friends and having to drive. Yeah, versus New York City, I could see how that would be. Or I don't know where in New York you are, but you did say New York, so I'm gonna assume New York City. Babes for sure in Austin. Dude, you would be surprised. Dallas has some some babes as well. We've got some talent out here in Dallas. Watch for Oak Cliff though. It's not bad anymore, actually. Like, there's certain parts, but like there's a whole section of Oak Cliff that's now like a hipster area, which is crazy. All right. So what should we test first? Do y'all want to test linears or tactiles first? Let's see. What do y'all want to do? We can do it fancy. We'll do a new poll. All right. Linear or tactile test first. All right, linear, tactile. All right. We've got a poll. Make sure to vote on the poll so we can see what will win. Linears. Seems like everyone wants linears.
Hi, I love you. Have a great stream.
Jax, I love you too. And you gave me probably one of my favorite moments in keyboards. At least like that was like on video in 2019. And that was Nathan's video from the NorCal meetup where you're typing on a board and that smile you gave, man, couldn't have been more perfect. Could not have been more perfect. Also, I'm really excited for the other stuff that you're doing in this community. Oh, chat. Man. Linears is like demolishing it. Racing Giraffe, it's at the top of chat, so you should see, like at the very top of chat, it'll say current poll, linear or tactile. Test first. What's up? Jabril. Is that like Jabril Peppers? I don't know if anyone knows who that is. Vote for Tactile. That's right. Vote for Tactile. I agree with Upas. Bim, 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 bum. Bim, 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 bum. Bum. That is a new feature. It's pretty exciting, right? Like it's pretty sweet. More like whack tiles, dude. I feel ya. Oh, this is messing up my symmetry. I tried real hard to make this somewhat symmetrical. It's still messing it up, but it's okay. I'm about to mess all of this up. All right, there's just a few seconds left on the poll. It's currently 15-6 in favor of linears, so I'm gonna go ahead and basically get linears set up. So, which means I have to move 3 of these 4 boards out of here. Yep, linear definitely won. Toxic mod. You know, it's the nature of the community right now. Oh, Baka's so heavy. Oh, look at how beautiful this thing is, man. Baka 60, man. Looks so dang good. Okay. Let's still leave this here. So first we are doing, I've already lubed these stabs. I was actually using this with T1s before this, which I'm not testing today because they're kind of meh. They don't sound as good as these actually sound, so let's get this in here. We are doing this with hot swap, so makes it easier for me to test this much stuff all at like once. So we are going to do half the board with films, half the board without films. So I have 32 with films. Linear Lilac? No, we don't. Gotta have a way to differentiate them. Why is that so... Looks like there's something under it, other than the actual... Man. I was trying to see if there was two. I'm literally in the H1 buy. Oh, it's because there's two. There is two. It's like, why is that so much thicker? Sorry, chat. Go away. I only need one. It's amazing how much of a difference something so small can make. All right, so we'll start with a filmed spacebar, and then we'll actually switch it to a unfilmed spacebar after. What's up, Cypher? How you doing, man? How are you enjoying your brand new board? Cypher just got himself a brand new KBD 75. Hopefully he's enjoying that. Dude, that PCB is a dang nightmare, in my opinion. Dun, 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 boom, 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 boom. I do want to give a big shout out to Project Keyboard for sending these switches my way so I could do something like this. I know that this is kind of different in the community. No, I don't think I've necessarily seen someone do this. So I really appreciate him sending these out so I can make this happen. And I can really decide for myself, because I'd been wanting to try these switches out for a while. These Duroc linears, everyone has been ranting and raving about them, about how smooth they are. And I can say, even unlubed, these switches are some of the smoothest switches I have ever felt. I'm using this. I think this is called an IC puller. Jonard tools. I mean, it's really easy. You just grab them and then just go bloop, and they come right out. I don't have the fancy Rama one. Just have this guy. It works. They're very cheap. Also, is 159 or Upas still here? I was hoping for a confirmation on the possible restock of said switches that I'm testing currently upon the reopening of China. I'll be restocking a limited number. Well, there you go, boys and girls. You'll be able to pick up some of these switches once China reopens from either mechsondeck.project.link, Project Keyboard, or canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. You know, don't discriminate. Maybe if you want to get some Lilacs, pick them up from Canon Keys. He's the tactile guy. You want to pick up some linears? Head on over to Project Keyboard and pick up some Mauves. Also, just so you are aware, the reason I'm doing this, I'm not like lifting it up or anything. You do like linears, but you're more tactile than Josh. Josh doesn't really like, or I mean, 159's not as into the tactiles. He's all about the topers. He's living that toper life. See? So when you are building a hot swap board, it's important to put the pressure on the hot swap sockets against something that is hard. It can be somewhat soft, like a mouse pad or a desk mat, but you want to have even pressure. Chewy!
Zero Cyrus likes wiener dogs more to hot dogs.
You know what? I do. I love me some wiener dogs. Chewy, thank you for the 7-month sub to your own channel. We appreciate that. Us here on Mechs on Deck, we definitely appreciate your sub. You don't understand the nuances of those differences. Twitch likes that. You know, hey, if you're doing it with Twitch Prime, it's a free Prime sub to your favorite streamer. which happens to be us. So, unfortunately for Delphin, there will be no soldering today. Yeah, I don't think we would necessarily pay $5 to pay us less money. That wouldn't really make sense. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to go back and look to make sure I know where films end and unfilm begin. Also, big shout outs to Chewy for providing me with this 1-up hot swap PCB that he probably forgot that I still had. Because I totally yoinked it when I built the bumper. And I haven't given it back. So shout outs to him. Doom, doom, doom. These do feel really smooth. All right. Alright, it's gonna bother me that this isn't even. Whoa. Okay. Alright. So, first test. This from here. Right. From here, this way, films. From here, this way, no films. These are Mauves lubed with 205 grade 0. First, before I put this in, I'm going to do a quick run through and typing test of my current Sirius. I'm going to unplug it so I don't accidentally type something that I'm not supposed to. My current Sirius build, which has Nolives in it. Which are the same thing as Novel Key's cream switches, just instead they have a slightly lighter spring of 63.5 grams. So definitely excited to see this. So I'm gonna pause the music. Also, Gohan, how you doing, my dude? So this is Novelty's creams with 205 grade 0. So same lube, different switch, no films. This is what that sounds like. So that is what that sounds like. So now we're going to take this apart. And put in the Mauve build. Oh. Let me get music back going. Feels empty without it. Come on. All right, so okay. I just brained the hell out of that. But you know what? It's okay. I lost a screw. Got there, boys. Got there. Got there. Focus. Ooh, Gohan, you just moved into your own place? Fancy, my dude. Congrats. I know having your own place, having your own spot is nice. I need to send you some screws. Dude, the Sirius is awesome, man. I'm very excited that I was able to purchase one. I know they plan on keeping them in stock. You know, we could try these against inks. But I'm not taking the keycap set that's on the board that has inks in it off. Dude, we do need a game. Like the olden days. I haven't played Apex in forever, but I'm down. I have no idea how to play the new characters. I know people play Watson. That's the new character that gets played a lot. All right. Oh, I need this, but I don't need this anymore. I've got that Bauer is Gator on blacks, bro. Dude. Gator on blacks with brass keycaps. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't sound bad, but that spacebar sounds like poop because it's got so much ping. It needs, the stabilized keys need to be like 100 grams minimum. How the hell did it? So, Chewy, how old is this PCB? This PCB is like a year old, if not more. This is some next level shit. I definitely yoinked this from Chewy. Granted, I don't know if he necessarily like needs it. There was a point where he had 2. I think he still has 2. Or he gave one to our buddy Moon, and I have the other one, which I think is the more likely scenario. I don't know, for whatever reason, this, I think it might be due to heat, but I'm in 30 FPS, which is unlucky. That's the wrong screw. Oof. All right, we're almost there to start testing out these Mauves. Left on red for what? When's a good time to visit Dallas? Oh, I didn't even see it. I'm sorry! Dude, anytime. Honestly, dude. Honestly, man. Like, man. Like, weather. Probably, like... Oh, man. Either, like, middle of April, May time. It's really nice. And then, other than that, it's probably, like, late September, early October. Honestly, now, April's okay, yeah. These are probably lubed way too heavily. Nah, these will be fine. We'll see. It's Corona time. Yeah, dude. The Corona time. They're not too heavy. Oof, interesting. Bring your Tengu. Dun, 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 dun. So weird, like ping, not ping, but dude, the Tengu's great, man. If you didn't get on the Tengu, aka me, you missed out. But I already have the Osa, so close. I don't need the code key. Yeah, dude, he's hanging out with Dixie on their yacht. They're bros. Yacht bros. They hang out. They pregame together. Sitting on the dock. Throwing beanstalks off the side. True. True. All I'm saying is there is a ton of docks and stuff out here. You know, you could post up on Lake Louisville. What's cute? Dude, Olive looks great, man. I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of Olive. That's what I was looking for. These switches do need some break-in time, but it's okay. We will be able to test these. Probably, dude. Good lord. So because of the way that I lubed these, there's a little bit of 205 on the top. Because of the lube station that I use, the stems mount on the, like, they go in this goes in. So it always gets a little bit of 205 on the top. So I got 205 over my fingers. All right. Right in the hole. Go on, we've been gaming some Siege. I know Chewy's been playing a lot of Apex the last couple days. Where's my... Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right, time to test this out. So this is serious with Mauves, labeled with 205 grade 0. Half is filmed, the other half is not. So the left half is films, right half does not have films. The spacebar does have a film. So let's see how it sounds. And then I'll bring this back for just a second. Okay, so what does everyone think? Do you like films or do you like no films? Films definitely make the Switch a little bit darker. Like, I was gonna take the spacebar out, but I don't even want to. The spacebar sounds awesome. Like films, row 2. Rooms 3 sounds too clacky. Yeah, these do need a little bit of break-in time, like a couple days. The 205 grade 0 is a little bit... It needs some time to kind of get moved into place. But it's definitely a noticeably darker sound from the films. Like the non-film switches almost have a ping to them, whereas the film switches have more of a like clacky sound. It puts them closer to what you would get out of. It still does not sound anywhere near as good as a cream. Creams still sound infinitely better. Like infinitely better. Like if you're looking for a dark sound, you know, like that thockier sound, creams are definitely way better for that. They need a significant longer time to reach the same level of smoothness as these have. Like even fresh lube, like these were lubed yesterday. Or well, not yesterday, but 2 days ago. Even fresh lube, it's still like insanely smooth. Man. Very impressed with the Mauve switches. Would definitely recommend if you're looking for something that's maybe not quite as loud, but still sounds good. If you're looking for something that's not as loud as a cream. Also, 55 cents a switch definitely is a insane price. Films, worth it. Films are definitely worth it. I think they're an inexpensive upgrade to the Switch. As far as wobble, there's your unfilmed Switch. It's about the same. A little bit better. A little bit better. This definitely feels better. It feels like it's wanting to stay. No, I'm not saying for all switches. I'm saying it's better for the Mauve switches. I'm talking about just the Mauve switches. I'm not talking about anything else other than the Mauve switches for films. Yeah, we're isolating to what I'm testing. Interesting. Yeah, you can definitely feel in like a wobble test that the film switch is wanting to stay put more. Cherry Tops Trust. I don't have Cherry Tops just sitting around, unfortunately. So we actually have to take this off now. Now we get to try the Lilacs. Oops. The Lilac Tiles. Oops. I feel like I was going to get the name wrong of the switches over and over again. That literally took the switch out. Sometimes that happens when you got an older hot swap board. You know, sometimes the switch comes with the cap. There's nothing wrong with it. It happens. Alright, we're gonna speed this up. Lilac tiles. Best name, true. That one came too. Oh, that one got destroyed. Howie. I can straighten that out. Did this one get destroyed too? Yeah, it did. Unluckers. I don't like using a switch pull earlier, or not a switch puller, but a keycap puller sometimes because it takes forever. And I can do this, and it's about the same. I'm not going to break a switch top or a cap, so you can feel free to give me crap for it. As long as you're gentle, it should be fine. All right, chat. As soon as we're done with the lilac, we should have done lilacs first. As soon as we were done with the mauves, everyone left. Oh, wow. I just broke that film. Okay. That one was in there good. That one was not. Bye forever. Alright. Sorry, chat. We're getting these out of here. I should realistically take the bottom off. I'm gonna do that. Have to anyway. Why do I use an electronic screwdriver? Because it's easier. That is why. It makes my life much easier. I don't have to turn it, I just press a button. This is an IC puller made by Jonard. Jonard Tools. You go like this, you go like this, yoink. That one was fucked up. Man, I'm gonna have to unbend a lot of these pens because I was not paying attention. Yoink. Yes, yoink. You want to make sure that you do it like this. So if you want to make sure, okay, so you want to make sure when you're pulling out switches, don't pull them like this. See how I'm doing that? Don't do that. Do it like this. I'll show you why here in a second. Let me get the switch out. Whoop, whoop. So, looking at switches, see this little doohickey right here? There's one there. There's one there. So what that actually does is that's what helps stick and stay in the plate. So when you pull from right here, like this, when you pull from the sides like that rather than up and down, you damage those. Whereas if you pull from right here, from top bottom, it pushes those in so it doesn't damage the plate. So for something like this that's palm, that's fairly like soft, it can actually get damaged if you don't do that. It's called Jonard Tools. Focus. Jonard Tools. I got it on Amazon. Just search IC puller. Works out well. What is up, Space Cables? How you doing, my guy? How is your Tuesday? You having a good Tuesday so far? I know I am. Meep, 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 meep. Alright, we gotta notice when we get away from filmed switches, because I need to go back and refilm all these other ones. Got a film? You've got a film? You've got a film? You use switch film. I was testing whether or not switch films make a difference. So I'm not sure if someone clipped it. There is quite a few clips right now. So you may be able to go back and see and hear the differences of these Mauve switches with and without switch films. What's up, Javon? How you doing? I am good, just trying out some switches. Someone send the clip. Maybe. If someone yoinked the clip. I don't know if they did. There is a couple clips of the stream. So Rama Tool is Lit. Is it litty like a titty? I think my music just stopped. Sorry for all the females in chat if... I'm sorry. Don't mean to offend. Just a joke. It's just a joke. There we go. Dude, I'm gonna have to unbend all these pins. Should probably pay attention next time. Thank you, Frisco Melt, for clipping that. I appreciate it, my dude. Okay. Also, don't do what I just did. This isn't a build. Exclamation point test will show you what we're doing tonight. It didn't take the plate out of the top. Don't do that. All right. So, we are done with mobs. I'm gonna put them over yonder. This is a 1-up hot swap PCB. If you are looking for a hot swap PCB, I would recommend the Instant 60, which is available at canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. So the big problem with these PCBs, if you notice, if you were to put a switch in here, the LED is north facing, which can cause some issues with, I think it's GMK row 3, question mark, which is this row. So it will hit on some switches, it'll hit the switch. The keycap will hit the switch before it or not before it actuates, before it fully bottoms out. So it causes an additional clicking noise. Does not happen with SA. So I would definitely recommend the Instant 60, which has south-facing LEDs. So if you're looking at that, you can check those out on canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. They're pretty inexpensive, so definitely worth it if you are in the market for a hot swap PCB. All right, up next, Olive. So this will be the board that we will be using to test. This is the Baka 60, designed by good friend, best bud, the co-pilot of this channel, Chewy. This is the Chewy Baka 60, or Baka 60 by Chewy. This has Zycos in it, which, if you were unfamiliar with what a Zyco is, that looks like a holy panda, but it is not. I don't want to out him. Or wait. Never mind. These are the original Jesus switches. I am totally wrong. These are holy pandas. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I thought these were Zycos. Zycos are in the board he took. Unlucky. Either way, these are 78 gram Jesus switches lubed with 3204. I actually don't have a Zycos board. I have two Holy Panda boards. Unluckers, dude. All right. Well, you're still going to hear this. These are Holy Pandas. These are probably some of the best sounding Holy Pandas that I've ever heard. So definitely take a listen. Sorry. Oof. Oof. Crisp sounding, they're well broken in. These are old switches. They've been used for over a year at this point. Heavily. They sound amazing. I'm actually gonna put down a desk mat now because I'm messing with boards and keycap sets that are not mine. Want to do Chewy some justice. If you like the way that this overly colorful desk mat looks, you can pick one up at zapcables.com. One of our sponsors. Those were 78 gram Jesus switches, so Holy Pandas. Yeah, this desk mat's pretty sick, isn't it? It has like weird reflections. So, all right. Just so you can hear what this sounds like on the desk mat, I'm going to retest it.
Chewy choo choo. This is the good shit.
I definitely enjoy the way these sound. It does sound slightly different, I think, on the desk mat. So, all right, let's take this guy apart. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, we put this over yonder. We're going to build up it would help if you put the plate in the right orientation, Eric. It would help significantly. Yeah, this mat is sick. All right, so now we are using Lilacs. We have 32 filmed lilacs. Wait. Yes. 32 filmed lilacs, which will be on the left side. Well, 30 and 30. So 30 filmed, 30 unfilmed. We're going to do the spacebar filmed because I believe that's going to be the best sounding. So we're going to build this up. I do not expect these to be anywhere near as tactile as a Holy Panda will be. Honestly, I expect them to be closer to something maybe in between the two other boards that we will test, which is a Zelio V1 or Zelio V2. Also, thank you, Delphin, for the 100 bits. Really appreciate that. And as well as All Hex for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Mucho appreciado. Thank you for all the follows. I am Captain. I see you. Amaranth PC, appreciate it. Welcome to Mechs on Deck, the streams where we find things out and talk about cool stuff. If you're here for the first time, be sure to check us out again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. We will be talking to Mr. Langlandia. If you don't know who he is, he's the designer of one of the prettiest sets of last year, GMK Cafe. So be sure to check that out. As well as Friday, we'll be doing Mech Madness Live at 8 p.m. Central Time again. It'll be episode 3. We're going to be going through the rest of the round 1 matchups, as well as going into what's happening this week, which is the round 2 has started. We have seen some crazy things happen the last couple days. Something won by a singular vote. So, hell yeah, 4-hour fast forward. Dude, I love Langlandia. I love talking to Langlandia. Such a good dude. Just so nice. Man, if we had a stream with Langlandia and I, me, you are you, that'd be hot. That would be a long stream. It'd be like the most informational stream. Like we could talk with those guys, not only just like because of like that they know a lot and they're good people, but like we get along with them really well and there's a good chemistry there. Yeah, Lang's a really good dude. I'm excited to talk with him tomorrow. Alrighty. Almost done. Did I make enough? I made enough. Wait, right? Oh, that's right. I only have... Never mind. My brain is smooth. Very smooth brain. Cutlet brain game. Interesting. Yes, dude. My brain, sometimes you have to go full smooth brain. Sometimes it just happens. Whether you want it or not, it just happens. Drop has white on black for pre-order. Yes, they do, and I am excited. Thinking I might pick it up. Who knows? Smooth Brain and Emote. It's on some channels. Not here. We don't have a Smooth Brain emote. I know, like, if you're familiar with the Overwatch streamer, Avast, he does Overwatch League companion streams. I think he has a Smooth Brain emote, so does Super. No numpad enter. The white accent is new. Which makes me wonder if they're going to do a black on white set as well. If anyone buys, all I'm saying is someone buys white on black and they don't need their 6.25 bottom row keys, I'll take it. All right, just go ahead and put these caps on. That's right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This one should be a quick one. We're actually going to be spending a little bit more time with this because I have more boards to test it against. I wasn't really planning on testing it against these switches. There's really no way it's going to compare to the Holy Panda. I know that they say, oh, it's like 90%. It's not. Like, come on. It's not. Yeah, minimal's black on white. They just need to rerun monochrome. I'm excited to put these in the Baka though. I can already tell there is a significantly larger difference between the film switches and unfilmed switches on this board. Like, with these significant difference. Like, holy crap level. Yeah, minimal is 100% text. When does Mech Madness end? So it ends on April 5th, I believe. Third. Never mind. My brain is smooth again. That's the wrong key. Man. These, not only do they not feel as good, they don't sound very good comparatively. That one sounds okay. They're so harsh sounding. No, not Mauves. These are Lilacs. Mauves are great. They're super smooth. These are like, regardless, these are really smooth. I think this might be just some of these switches are. I don't know. There we go. Mauves are great. I would highly recommend Mauves. Lilac's kind of a T1. Kind of. Slightly different. Alright. All over the place with this. I think it's the housing that's a little bit different. I am not 100% sure. But I can tell you right now, films make them feel so much better. The top housing claim. Yeah, the thing is that a clear housing. Like, where's my key ones? Put 'em. I don't know where I put my T1s, but a clear versus an opaque housing is going to change the sound. Even if the material is the same, the makeup of said, like the density is different because the plastic is changed. Like, it's minute, but we are a hobby that lives in minutes. Yeah. Now, I think mauves and alpacas are close, but T1s versus these are gonna sound a little bit different because of the coloring, like, alone. We paid for all nylon housing. Yeah, they paid for all nylon housing, whether or not they got it. There you go. From the man himself. Oof, there's a huge difference. Huge difference. All right. Let's put this puppy in here. I think these are the same as they are. It's okay, it'll get fixed though. Welcome to this community where we pretty much mess everything up the first time and then we figure it out and it gets fixed. Welcome to Keyboards. Right? Baka, number 1. Do you like to solder over having a... I do like soldering over having a hot swap PCB. Okay. Oh, this has foam in it. How fancy. All right. Oh, I gotta do a little... One second, chat. So what I'm doing is this Baka is one of the OG runs. So the Baka 60 will be running at some point later this year, depending on when China decides to open up again. There are a few things that will be changing, and this is one of them. So in this initial design, there was a small discrepancy between the top and the plate to where as you type it pings a little bit. So I'm just putting some electrical tape on the top and the plate to prevent that from happening. This will not happen on the public buy if you do choose to get in on it. So you put adhesive tape on yours. Yeah, I think that or like felt tape would work. One of those options would be good. All right. So this is the Baka though, if you want to take a look at it. This is the inside. Oof. Look at that weight. So fat, so sexy. So sexy. All right. It's actually probably better if I do it this way and then flip it over. It's probably better. Public buy, you wouldn't mind another dude. Honestly, so I actually Chewy picked up, the main reason he came by today was to pick up my Baka, because my Baka is currently getting set up to be, did I miss O-rings? No. O-rings for what? For the top? I put electrical tape instead. That's what I was doing. Baka will always be windowless. Oh, the white circle? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's sandwich mount too, which is nice. My Baka is actually going to be getting Cerakoted in OD green to match olive. Trying out a Me and a local buddy are trying out a Cerakote shop here in Dallas. Actually, it's in Fort Worth, but here in town. And gave them a cap of olive. Try to see if they can match it as best as possible. But man, I'm excited. All right. Oof. No issues, man. Ceramic coating. Yeah. Dude, some of these just... I don't know if you saw my face there, but some of these T1s just... I think some of them that have like a slightly lighter bit of lube, they just sound so bad. It's just so pingy. All right, let's get the other contenders. The Zelio family. Zelio V1s. And Zelio V2s. Okay. Time to try it out. Remember, left side film, right side no films. Okay, definitely again, we'll say that the films sound much better. They're much deeper. As Amaranth said, there are certain switches, and I think this is because of the way that they're, I don't know, the tolerances are weird. Some of them just sounds almost clicky. Olive does look great on the Baka though, man. Imagine the Baka also being olive, and that's what mine's gonna look like. But I would say definitely if you are looking at getting either Mauves or Lilacs, consider picking up a pack of switch films. You can get them at TX Keyboards. There are some other places as well. They come in packs of like 100 or 110. Forget that I have this. Definitely worth it. Really makes the Switch sound so much better. Doesn't really change feel all that much. Let's do a same thing. Let's do another wobble test. Definitely helps with the wobble as well. Yeah, significantly better. The films definitely they do have a nice change on the Mauve switches. Significantly better change on the actual Lilac switches. Like, oh my gosh, so much better. All right, so now let's do some comparisons. Let's bring on, we're going to put the microphone in the middle. Well, we're going to line them up. So this is a TX60 with Zelio V1s. The spacebar on here is really bad. I haven't used this keyboard in a long time, and this has some rattle on it because this was actually lubed with Super Lube and then changed over. So let's Lilacs. Zelio V1s. So the Lilacs are definitely more tactile than V1s, Zelio V1s, by a pretty significant margin. Allhex is asking, or no, not Allhex. Brez is asking, should any other switches be filmed? I would say you could try it. I don't think a ton of switches need it. I think a lot of switches, if they're already like have really good tolerances, you don't really need them. Oh, I don't have this open. I definitely would recommend it. You can always recommend it for the T1s, Mauves, or Lilacs. You can try them for other switches and see if you like them and go from there. Let's try versus the Zelio V2s, which shout outs to Blind Assassin as well for co-designing the Baka, as well as this Mammoth. He is the main designer of this big fatty, the Osa. Look at those butts. Those key butts are hot. Would you sign up for the OnlyFans for these? All right. Lilacs. Zelio V2s. This is not palm versus brass. This is brass versus brass. Plate materials are the same. These definitely, I definitely prefer the sound and the feel of the Zelio V2s. It sounds a little bit better. It's a little bit darker. These are 78 grams versus 65. I am a tactile guy. Which, even it being a 78 gram, this still has a significantly higher amount of tactility than the Lilacs. The Lilacs are good. If you think, so if you're not a tactile person, if you enjoy linears much more than you enjoy tactiles, and you want to get into a really nice tactile for not a ton of money, you don't want to spend Zelio money, you don't want to spend Holy Panda money, this is a fantastic option. It's almost perfectly between a V1 Zelio and a V2 Zelio. It would go, in terms of tactility, it would go V1, lowest tactility. Honestly, like, tactile, as far as tactility, V1 Zelios are not super high. So we go V1 Zelio, Lilacs, and then V2 Zelios. They do feel very different, but it's good because of, at the price point, it gives you a nice feel. They do feel good. I think they could, obviously, I think this right half definitely could benefit from films to not sound so gross. But overall, this is a lot of tactile for the money. 55 cents a switch versus $1 a switch. So, I mean, you know, take your pick. At the end of the day, if y'all want to, you know, you just want to hear the difference between what, so you can get up close and personal with this. You can do real quick lubed, unlubed, lubed, and lubed plus switch film for both switches. Let me turn music off. I just stopped by. I'm not sure I know what different keyboards do to be able to tell the difference. So, well, the biggest difference between these two switches that we're testing tonight is one's linear and the other one's tactile, meaning that these will have a bump at the beginning that you feel, whereas these are just linear, so there's no bump. Obviously the layouts are different for these. Materials can be different. Everything can be different from keyboard to keyboard, Mr. Pony Creek. Everything, literally. Spring weight, lube, keycaps, materials, plate mounting, everything can affect the way a keyboard sounds, feels. It's definitely a long road. It's a long road to go on. But let's see how these sound. Unlubed. Lubed. Lubed plus film. Mauves. Unlubed. Lubed. Lubed plus film. Yeah, so I don't know if that helps y'all. Definitely helped me. I would say you definitely want to lube your switches. If you're getting Mauves or Lilacs, I would recommend that you definitely get some switch films. They're very inexpensive, very worth it, I will say. Definitely makes the board sound much better, and it lowers the films, lower the wobble on the switch. It just tightens everything up. They're not very good when over lubed, so be careful. True, I would say that that's pretty much with most things. If something is over lubed by slightly, like if it's just slightly over lubed, you can get away with it. Because if you just use it for a long time, so you just like use it like crazy for a couple months, that lube will kind of push its way down and kind of even itself out. You just have to put a little bit more time into it. So that's going to be kind of it. I just wanted a quick shout out to our sponsors. Switchmod.net/MechsOnDeck gets yourself 4% off lube. So if you're looking to buy some 3204, 3203, like I used on the Lilacs, or maybe some 205 grade 0, like what I used on the Mauves, head on over and check that out. Zap Cables, pick yourself up one of their new olive cables. If you got yourself some GMK olive, get a matching cable for it. Or pick yourself a desk mat. Pick yourself up a desk mat like one of these. And then you've got Dixie Mech, mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Pick up GMK Botanical, a beautiful set running this month. Project Keyboard. If you like the switches that we used tonight and you want to pick some up, check out Project Keyboard, mechsondeck.project.link. Pick yourself up some Mauves and some Lilacs when they restock, or check out the GMK Ashes, which they are running for the rest of the month. You can get Mauves and Lilacs as well on canonkeys.com/mechsondeck. 55 cents per switch. They come in packs of 10. Definitely worth it in my opinion. So head on over to canonkeys.com/mechsondeck to pick some up when they restock. Right now he is running GMK Honey as well as Cat Atlantis. So keep your eyes out for that. And then last but not least, Type Beast. Sign up for their newsletter. Just do it. Sign up. I appreciate everyone stopping by tonight, hanging out with me. It was a good time. It was very informative for myself on the importance and the possibilities of switch films. I think a lot of us talk about how you need to lube switches, but we don't really sit down and compare all the different things that we can do to things. So I think I had a good time trying things out and kind of doing a little bit of a versus. I think it could be helpful for a lot of people. I'm going to see who is live to see who I can raid. Where should you buy switch films? So you can pick them up at TX Keyboards. I believe they are out of stock right now. Let me see here. Let me see. I purchased these. The switch films that I used tonight were purchased from this link here. Do I play PC games with subs? Absolutely. I will definitely play PC games with y'all. Join our Discord if you want to play games with us. Come hang out. If you want to see more of our content, come hang out with us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. We release all of our VODs. Stay up there indefinitely. Twitch takes them down after like 2 weeks. So yeah, that is where I purchased the switch films from. I do play CS, but I probably will not play tonight just because it is a late night. I gotta work tomorrow, and I gotta stream tomorrow. But I may be playing some Overwatch after this. Who knows? We'll see. I do kind of have to eat dinner and figure out which keyboard I'm going to use. Probably this one. But first and foremost, come hang out with us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will be live. Myself and Chewy will be live with Langlandia talking about Overwatch games like 10 minutes. CS games are like an hour. we'll be talking about different things in the community, talking about key sets, talking about design. I'm sure we'll get off topic. It's going to be a fun time. You want to come hang out with us for that. And then Friday, we will be live for Mech Madness Live at 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be a good time, so come hang out with us. We are going to raid Mech Merlin. I'm going to set that up now. The Switch mod link for us. So I'm going to do... There it is right there. It's switchmod.net/mechsondeck. Pick yourself up the spesh, man. Oh, hey, there's Langlandia. Just as we're about to leave. How you doing? We did a lot of testing tonight. Had 4 boards. You missed them. Hey, yo, girl, how you doing? All right. I'm gonna raid Mech Merlin. He's looking at a sword right now, I think. So go say hi. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow with the man himself, Langlandia.